gather around as we embark on a journey to discover the truth behind the legendary Vikings. You may have heard about these hulking savages, but who were they really? What did they believe and where did they come from? Now let me tell you, these Vikings were no ordinary sailors. They hailed from the lands of Scandinavia, which we know now as Denmark, Norway and Sweden. They were a fierce bunch, active between the 8th and the 11th century. And boy did they get around. They left a lasting mark on the early medieval history of Scandinavia, the British Isles, France and Estonia. So if you're ready to set sail and discover the true story of the Vikings, join us as we journey back in time. They were skilled navigators, shipbuilders and warriors, known for their longships, which were built for speed and agility in battle. Longships are characterized for their long and narrow build, shallow draft and flexible use. They were typically between 15 and 30 meters long, with a width of about 3 to 4 meters and a shallow draft of around 1 meter. This allowed him to navigate shallow rivers and coastal waters and to be easily beached for repairs or for avoiding pursuit. But they also built smaller battleships like this one. The ships were clinker-built construction, which means that the hull was made up of overlapping planks which were nailed together. The ship's design was symmetrical, with a pointed bow and stern, and they had a single mast with a square or rectangular sail. They were propelled by oars and could be rowed by up to 80 men, making them very fast and maneuverable. Longships were used for various purposes. Their speed and maneuverability made them effective in raiding and allowing the Vikings to quickly retreat if necessary. They were also used for exploration and trading, allowing the Vikings to establish trade routes and establish settlements in places such as Iceland and Greenland. In addition to their military prowess, the Vikings were also known for their culture and mythology. They had a pantheon of gods and goddesses, such as Loki, Thor, Frigg, Freya, Tyr, Njord, and the greatest of all, Odin. But not only that, they also had a vast bunch of monsters, heroes, songs, and stories. Their stories were told through oral traditions and later written down in sagas. The Vikings believed in a pantheon of gods who controlled different aspects of life. At the pinnacle was Odin, the Allfather and ruler of Asgard, the realm of the gods. He was the god of wisdom, war and magic. Odin was the most well-known name for the god, but he had many names and titles through the sagas and songs. Some examples are Havi, meaning High One, Fimbultyr, meaning Mighty God, and Huar, which means One-Eyed. Thor, the mighty god of thunder, was known for his hammer, Mjolnir, and his strength in battling the giants and protecting the gods and humans. And apparently, he has some good humor. Freya, the goddess of love and beauty, played a significant role in Viking mythology, as did Loki, the trickster god, known for his mischief and shape-shifting abilities. These gods are a small selection. Many more are named in the gigantic collection of songs and sagas. Even till today, their stories are being told in lots of different ways. But we'll leave it at this, for now at least. The Vikings were renowned for their epic sagas, tales of heroic feats and adventures. One such saga is the story of Sigurd, the dragon slayer. He battled the fearsome dragon Fafnir, acquiring its treasure and gaining the ability to understand the language of the birds. Sounds cool, right? Another popular saga is the legend of Ragnar Lothbrok, a legendary Viking warrior and king of Denmark and Sweden. His exploits and victories inspired countless tales, including his famous raids on the Frankish Empire, with the most well-known being the one on Paris. When it comes to the afterlife, the Vikings had quite the imagination. Fallen warriors were bound for Valhalla, the grand hall ruled by Odin. There they'd be greeted by fierce Valkyries, warrior maidens handpicked to join Odin's elite Einherjar. But there was one downside. Only the ones perished in battle would be able to enter Valhalla. The ones that died of sickness, old age, or any other natural cause, no matter how fearsome a warrior they had been in life, would go to hell, also known as the Viking underworld. Stories tell us that in order to enter the Hall of the Slain, better known as Valhalla, a Viking would have to die with his weapon in hand. But this is open for speculation. In conclusion, our journey to uncover the truth behind the legendary Vikings has revealed a complex and fascinating civilization. These Norse seafarers from Scandinavia were far from just hulking savages. In the end, the Vikings were a multi-faced civilization with a profound impact on history as we conclude our journey into their world. We realize that the Vikings' legacy extends far beyond their reputation as fearsome warriors and raiders. They were people of great exploration, skill and imagination, leaving an enduring mark on the pages of history. We hope you liked this video as much as we did making it. If so, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. If you want to see behind the scenes content, you can take a look on our TikTok and Instagram. Like always, we like to see you at the next one.